Welcome, Big V, to our seniors podcast discussing our Division 2 men, and we are going to talk through the end of the season because it is an insane race to the finish with some teams that are probably going to solidify themselves already in the finals race, but there is an incredible run home for a fifth place.
Yeah, Ted, it's incredibly exciting. As the season comes to a close in this division, it's the top three are quite comfortably the top three at the moment, but they go head to head and battle each other a fair bit over these next few rounds. And yeah, that middle fight for fifth position between Surf Coast, Mornington, and Sherbrooke is well and truly alive, and pretty exciting the way to finish the season off.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we're going to discuss a few of these guys. We'll roll over a few of the top nice and quick. We got Whittlesea, who are 13-0. Now, as you said, Mark, these top end teams are versing each other quite a bit. So Whittlesea have Altona immediately next. So, yes, they're 13-0, but there's always that chance.
Yeah, they've got a few challenges coming up, which is going to be probably the way coach is thinking this is a great way to lead up to finals. You wouldn't want the easy run into finals, I wouldn't imagine. So he'll be pretty stoked. And Altona are in some ripping form. So those two going head-to-head this weekend is going to be really exciting. And I'll call it here. It's probably going to be game of the round.
Yeah, look, I don't doubt it, to be honest. You got Mildura and Wallen, who are also in the top five. They've got those two leading towards the back end with Mornington and Craigieburn hereabouts. There probably going to be 2 wins there. So Whittlesea are probably going to be looking to obviously finish their season undefeated, being 13-0 already.
Yeah, I'd anticipate as well. Looking at that, it's going to be hard for Altona to try and jump them with those 2 losses already. The way form suggests, I'd say Whittlesea need to win, let's say, 2 more games, and they've got that locked in.
Absolutely. Altona next have Whittlesea up first, like we said. They got Surf Coast next, and then Mildura and Wallen to round out their season. So not exactly easy, but Mildura, who are right behind them in a 10-2 record as well, don't have it easy either.
No, and that's what's really interesting. These 2 teams are tussling for that home court advantage. If they finish second and third, let's say they're both in that situation. And what an advantage to try and get when you've got Mildura in the mix, Ted.
It's huge. This is massive.
So, yeah, they've got they'll be looking to get a few wins. They've both got, you could argue Mildura's got more games. So they've got 6 games over this home stretch. And you look at 3 of those, you'd sort of chalk up as dare I say it, wins. And then the other 3 are against the other top sides. So chalk up 3 wins there. So Altona need to make sure they keep themselves honest and keep finishing the season off strong.
Absolutely. Wallen, who are sitting 4th with the 8-4 record, have quite an interesting finish to the season. They have 6 games left also. 2 of them, like we've said, versing lower end teams, we're probably going to be expecting them to be wins, possibly a third there as well.
Yeah.
So, but then again, they also have Mildura, Whittlesea, and Altona. They got the top 3 teams as well. So, whether they're going to split it 3-3, whether they will drop one, whether they'll steal one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. If they come home really strong here, they have an opportunity to get into that second chance situation.
Yep.
Depending on how Mildura go against those top sides. It could be a stretch. They might just be more so solidifying that 4th position and getting a home court finals. But who knows? That's the exciting thing with this competition. The top end is so close, and any go any which way. So on to 5th position, Ted. 6 and 7 Surf Coast are fighting it out, a real close battle to try and get that last position finals with Mornington who are 5-8 and Sherbrooke who are 5-8. All 3 of these teams incredibly good on their day, but we've also seen, unfortunately, the worst of them on their bad days.
We have. Yeah, we have. It's it's wild to think of how close this really is, because any of these guys can jump into 5th place and solidify themselves. They have extremely similar records here, but they all have very similar run home.
Yeah, each team plays a top 4 side twice.
Yeah.
And then you would potentially argue they're also playing against each other. So Surf Coast and Mornington both play against, all 3 of them do play against each other. So that head-to-head is going to come really important. And obviously there's a couple, each have one which we chalk in as a win against the bottom three sides.
Mm-hmm.
So this could go any way. Surf Coast are in prime real estate though, aren't they?
Now, this is interesting from the point of view that, yes, they will verse each other again, and yes, they're definitely going to matter, but you look at all of their last games. They got Wallen, Whittlesea, and Mildura. They all have an insanely tough game to finish the season. So say it comes down to the wire of you need to get a win at the very last round. None of them look easy.
No,
None
none at all. I guess if you were really picking and choosing, you'd choose to be Surf Coast playing Wallen because you wouldn't want to go against undefeated Whittlesea, and Mildura have been incredibly hot.
They have.
That's a really interesting run home, and Division 2 basketball is well and truly alive.
It really is. It really is. Look, that'll be all for us today with our Division 2 man. Keep it locked. We'll speak to you very soon.